Hello? Anyone out there? I'm fine here. Hello YouTube, and welcome to yet another All Trainers at Level 100 challenge. I didn't hate myself enough on the Soul Silver one, so I decided to try it again. In case you haven't watched the last one, here are the rules of the challenge. All trainers have their Pokemon at level 100, fully evolved, with updated movesets. And just like last time, Wild Encounters and Team Aqua's Pokemon will stay the same, otherwise it will be easy to grind. With that out of the way, we're ready to start our journey. I'm going to be the best neglected kid this town has ever seen. If that doesn't work, it's never too late to become a prostitute, but we'll worry about that later. Now, if you played this game before, you might remember that you have to win the first rival battle, and with her Pokemon at level 100, I know what you're thinking. Man, this commentator has a sexy voice. No? Alright, the real question is, how do I get through the first battle? I can't proceed without defeating her. It's even worse, because I can't catch any Pokemon. Actually, the game doesn't prevent you from catching Pokemon, you just don't have access to Pokeballs yet. This will be my only change for this challenge. Since I'm on an emulator, I'm going to add a few Pokeballs to my inventory. This way, I can easily catch any Pokemon. Now I have access to all this garbage to choose from, in order to be a level 100 Blaziken. First, we need to catch 6 Zigzagoons with the ability Pickup. Second, I decide to start by scouting her movesets. Turns out she has Slash, Blaze Kick, Sky Uppercut. Thank you for watching, I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge, and see you. I never lived long enough to learn the fourth move, but what I learned was depressing enough. However, I noticed that she often goes for super effective moves, so I can bait out her Blaze Kick if I wanted to, which has a 90% accuracy. This is what I'm gonna try to abuse in order to beat her, but I still have a long way to go before worrying about that. For my plan to work, I need to level up 3 Pokemon, neither of which is the starter. I need to level up a Zigzagoon to level 25, get a Beautifly to level 17, and a Poochyena to level 25. I will also make sure not to evolve my Pokemon right away, because they learn moves faster than their evolved version. Now, leveling up is important, and while it was as fun as watching paint dry, it's actually good for me, because it gives me a chance to use Zigzagoon's pickup ability while I'm battling wild Pokemon. The healing items are helpful, and the rare candies are definitely important to speed this up. But the real reason I'm using pickup is because of one specific item, King's Rock. I plan to get multiple ones throughout the challenge, but I need at least one before battling the rival. Let's hope what I have in mind works. So, we battle some Pokemon, bully kids into taking their battle more Pokemon, and around level 15 I checked on my Zigzagoons, and yeah, still nothing. I was able to get it by level 16, and by then I already had around 20 rare candies, so leveling up my remaining Pokemon was easy. Finally, the battle we've all been waiting for. First rival. So, the plan here is to get her to use Blaze Kick on my Beautifly, and reset until she misses. Once that happens, I go for Stun Spore. Now we just pray. I need her to get paralyzed after taking me out in order to use Swagger. Only now the battle starts for me, and what I do next depends on what happens during the confusion turns, and I plan on sacrificing my Zigzagoons until she snaps out. I get great RNG here, as she attacks herself twice, and now comes the final part of my plan. Okay, first of all, with Blaziken paralyzed, my Linoone outspeeds it. Now it's time for King's Rock. King's Rock gives you a 10% chance to flinch the opponent, as long as you attack first. And with multi-strike moves like Pin Missile, each one of the attacking turns have a chance to apply the 10% flinch. So I have a better chance of flinching the opponent, as you will see here. It didn't work as well as I hoped. Clearly it's too early in the game for it to be that effective, so I had to rely on Swagger once again. And thank God she got paralyzed on my Mightyena. She attacks herself one last time, and I can't believe it, I finally won this stupid battle. I was almost as excited as that level 3 Zigzagoon who just got half the experience. And that's when I decided to take a break and worked on my random moves challenge. Now that we can finally progress through the game— Go away, please, no more! Alright, now we have more Pokemon unlocked, and there's only one Force Trainer that has a level 100 Linoone. It has Belly Drum and Slash, so if it doesn't attack itself, this battle is over for me. And just like my Soul Silver challenge, I'll try to focus on trainers with single Pokemon, and take them out the same way. Otherwise, I'll avoid battling altogether. For the rest, I was dodging trainers like my life depends on it. Not only because they're too difficult for me, but mostly because I want to keep them until I have decided on my team. Now it's time to plan for the first gym leader. I need the best Pokemon I can get, so I caught a Shroomish. 4 of them. Pickup ability has been the best thing that ever happened to me. Not only do I have a lot of money from all the nuggets, but I'm catching level 4 Pokemon with Ultra Balls. I then leveled up my Trico thanks to all the rare candies, taught it Bullet Seed, and made sure it has the held item King's Rock. Time to challenge Roxanne. Shroomish has the unique ability Effect Spore, and both of Roxanne's Pokemon have contact moves. I can get them poisoned, paralyzed, or asleep, and I'm looking for poison here. But just like what every girl I ever hit on says, it's not gonna happen. I do however get him paralyzed because Roxanne missed Rock Blast. If that happens, I still continue the battle, as long as I get Leech Seed next turn. Now, what did that do exactly? Well, believe it or not, once I do that, the next few turns are free for me to do what I want, because Roxanne is going to heal it. Twice. Yeah, that happens often in this challenge, because their team's level increase, but their IQ remains the same. Anyways, I take advantage of that to get it confused with Swagger, and then switch back to Shroomish, because I still need my Mightyena. After my Shroomish goes down, I get a safe switch to Grovyle with the held item King's Rock, and I'll try to get it flinched. Now that Golem is paralyzed, my Grovyle outspeeds it. Perfect, one Pokemon is down, but what about her Nosepass? Turns out her Nosepass goes for Zap Cannon. It also knows Lock On, but she rarely uses it. So all I have to do is wait for it to miss Zap Cannon on one of my Shroom, and then get it paralyzed, followed by Leech Seed. I even managed to get it confused, and it eventually went down to Leech Seed. Now, this team was just for Roxanne, so I still don't have a consistent plan yet. But we can figure that out as we go. For now, I'm excited to get the first badge. Also, did you notice that this is my first video in HD? I love getting my ass kicked in high quality. Next we catch an Nincada, level it up to Shedinja,
I'm invisible.
manage to get a second King's Rock, and then set sail to the next gym. Brawly has Machamp and Hariyama, and as strong as his Pokemon are, especially with Belly Drum and Crush Shop, his only attacking moves are fighting. Guess who doesn't get hit by fighting type? So after I get them poisoned with Effect Spore, or even put them to sleep into Leech Seed, the fight is guaranteed. It's easier to land Leech Seed on Hariyama, because he likes to go for Belly Drum. I can't imagine what would happen if that thing was left to attack. While planning this out, I'm trying to keep all the rare candies I find for the late game, because I'll need to have several strong Pokemon in order for me to stand a chance. And I realized, thanks to Pickup, this is actually a possibility. Which is better than just relying on Shedinja and hoping every trainer has a contact move. Next is the rival battle, and she now has 3 Pokemon, Wailord, Breloom, and Blaziken. There are several ways to do this, and the way I chose to do it relies on Shedinja. Her 2 new Pokemon can't attack me, so Blaziken, once again, is the problem. After a few turns, May gives up and switches to Blaziken. This gives me a chance to use Double Team twice, and with Blaze Kick 90% accuracy, I have a good chance of dodging it. After my 3rd Double Team, I go for Spite, because if I can get her to run out of Blaze Kicks, the fight is over for her, especially that my Shedinja knows Confuse Ray. This of course took several attempts before I finally made it through. I actually had to get rid of her mirror move as well, using Spite, otherwise it can get me confused. So I just needed to be a little bit patient. Next is the gym leader. Guess who has a fully evolved starter and is ready to kick some ass? Wally! Gardevoir doesn't have a contact move, but it turns out all its moves are psychic. As scary as that was, it makes it easy for my Mightyena to take it down with swagger. I thought this battle would be way worse, to be honest. Now is the gym leader. He has no contact moves, can get poisoned, and can get paralyzed. But once again, his Pokemon can't attack my Shedinja. So what I relied on here is to get them confused, and then used Leech Seed with my Shroomish. Once I managed to land Leech Seed, that Pokemon is dead. After receiving the third badge, and with most of the map unlocked, it's time to work on my team, because relying only on Shedinja is not a good idea. So we breed some insects, level with a party full of Zigzagoons, got some useful TMs, and some not so useful ones, battled every annoying person I can find, defeated bad guys, forgot to take the stupid item, went back to get the stupid item, and soon enough we have a decent team ready. A half decent team ready. Then challenge the gym leader. Alright, time to go over the new strategy. I start off with a Slackoth that knows Yawn, and has the held item Quick Claw. I wait to go first and make sure the enemy is put to sleep right as I bring out my next Pokemon, Ninjask. And this is one of the major changes I made. Ninjask has the ability Speed Boost, which raises my speed every turn by 1 stage. Not just that, this Pokemon has a lot of tricks up its sleeves, because one of the moves it can learn is Swords Dance, which raises my attack by 2 stages. So while the enemy is asleep, I'm raising both my attack and my speed, setting up for one powerful Pokemon and leveling the playing field since I'm always out leveled. We're not done. Ninjak also knows Baton Pass, so I get to keep my stat increases. Who I pass to next depends on the trainer. For Flannery, I chose to go with Hariyama. With its already great attack stat, Hariyama can be a physical beast, and for this battle, I was able to get 3 Swords Dances off. Now, remember King's Rock flinch with multi-turn attacks? We're still going for that with Arm Thrust, but now we're hitting hard. This doesn't guarantee us the fight, however. Certain trainers like Flannery can still be tough. My movesets are still lacking, and I don't have access to all the TMs I need yet. So it's a matter of using multi-attacks with King's Rock and hoping things go my way. I still died multiple times to her Turcoil though, and raising my attack and speed will not help me tank a heat wave from it. 4 badges down, time for a family visit. And instead of raising a family, my dad decided to raise 3 full grown-ass monkeys. Another perfect fight for Hariyama, since they're all normal types. You know, watching the enemy get healed to full is scary, but watching them not get fully healed with a hyper potion is somehow even scarier. So, the strategy I'm using seems to work well so far. The only change I make is whether to set up for Hariyama or Shedinja, because I can only use one for most of the battle. However, I can expect Winona to be a problem, since I have to use Hariyama and I don't have a decent rock move. I decided to level up my Pokemon some more, relying mostly on rare candies from pickup, so most of the time I'm just battling weak wild encounters. Let's see how that one goes. Just for fun, I wanted to test my strength without any setup. I wonder how that will go. I have been attempting this battle for so long that I decided if I get 2 Sword Dances, I'll go with it. Which means I'm not max attack and 1 stage lower in speed than I would like to be. 1 hit from Swallow almost takes me out. Needless to say, I won't survive any other hits for the rest of the battle. Next is Skarmory, and I plan on taking it out with my multi-attack and flinch combo. Her Skarmory knows spikes, and sometimes it goes for it in case I missed a flinch, but it's Sky Attack and Air Cutter that I'm worried about. I do get her flinch, and I land 2 4-hit attacks with Arm Thrust, taking it down. Her Dragon Birdie could have killed me, but it chose to go for Sky Attack, a 2-turn move. Luckily for me, Rock Tomb lowers speed, so I get to go first the 2nd turn. I thought Winona's going to be the hardest gym leader for me, and while it was not easy, I was wrong. Meet the Psychic Gym. I thought this gym would be easy. I was also wrong. I'm not gonna rely on setup here, simply because I will never get a chance. It gets worse because her Soul Rock cannot be allowed to attack. If it does, it will go for Rock Slide, killing both of us in one turn. In order to prevent that, I have to rely on Fake Out from Hariyama and Confuse Ray from Shedinja. I forgot to mention that while doing that, their Lunatone is buffing itself with Cosmic Power, so I need to take the first Pokemon down within 2 turns, and hope it doesn't go for Psychic. Thanks to Fake Out, I can almost guarantee my first turn. It's the turn after that I'm worried about, and that's where I made a mistake. I used my second Fake Out on Soul Rock instead. This caused my Hariyama to go down with it, but I'll take it. The problem now is Lunatone. Even though it can't attack my Shedinja with a direct attack, it can kill me with Future Sight, so I need to watch out for that. That being said, things go very well for me, and I was able to take them down with my 2 bugs. After defeating the gym, we get Calm Mind. This gives me an option to include special attacks in case physical moves let me down. I hope it doesn't come down to that though, especially for the Elite Four, but I'll keep it for now. Next we get the TM Earthquake, almost destroy the planet, save the planet, and then went back to being a normal kid again. One final badge remaining. This one went smoothly, things were going great, until he landed a one-hit KO move on his last Pokemon. Luckily, Shedinja can clean up that one. We somehow got all 8 badges, and it's time for the Elite Four. But before I do that, I decide to level up my Hariyama and Shedinja to level 100. I also took the time to level up a 3rd Pokemon as a secret weapon, just in case things go bad. Hopefully it doesn't. Guess who has an improved team and is ready to kick some ass? Wally. After several tries, I realized this battle is not too bad. I start by putting his Altaria to sleep. It doesn't matter how long Altaria sleeps for, because Wally will switch it out to gain advantage of its ability. It's up to me to choose whether to Baton Pass or get greedy and go for a second Swords Dance, and hope that Magneton goes for Zap Cannon and misses on my Hariyama. I got greedy. Magneton stands no chance against me, unless... Yeah, he's dead alright. My multi-attacking Arm Thrust with King's Rock gets me through his Altaria. I only needed him to get flinched the first time. Gardevoir can't handle an Earthquake. And yeah, that thing is dead. Man, I'm feeling really good going into the Elite Four. Now that I have Protect, I can use it with my Ninjask while waiting for the Pokemon to fall asleep from yawn. This adds an additional speed boost, since I can have my Ninjask up 1 extra turn. For Sydney, I got greedy and went for 3 Swords Dances. This gives a chance for my Tiana to wake up, and... whew, that was close. Once my Hariyama's on the field, this battle is so over for him. We had our fun, next is Phoebe, and this one is for Shedinja. I do my usual setup, and after getting bored from all the resets, now the battle begins. Any of her Pokemon can kill me, but I'm mainly scared of her Dusclops because of Future Sight. If she goes for it, it can be tough, but once I have my setup complete, I was able to take her down, one-shotting the rest of her team. I really hate Shedinja battles because anything can mess it up, but I'm glad this one went well. Next is Glacia, an Ice Trainer. You know what that means. That was a close battle. I can't believe I made it. Next is Drake. I expected this to be the hardest battle, just based off type advantage. I decided to take my time with this one and go for all 3 Sword Dances, because I still have to deal with his Salamance's Intimidate. Thank God one of his Salamances is first, so I don't have to deal with a second Intimidate. The battle starts off great. Fake Out doesn't put it in healing range, but deals high enough damage to make an old man cry. 1 Rock Tomb later, and he's dead. Next is Altaria. Since Rock Tomb has no place in an Elite Four battle, I had to risk Arm Thrust first, hoping I flinch, into Rock Tomb. I get the flinch, and take it out the next turn. Alright, I got hit with Salamance's Intimidate, Now let's see how strong Hariyama truly is. He's alright. That wasn't even a crit. His last two Flygons don't resist my fighting attack, so this one is over. And finally the champion. You would think a steel type team, we should be able to take it down with fighting Pokemon easily, right? Surprisingly, it isn't, and I shouldn't be taking this fight lightly. I have to start with 3 sword dances. The setup phase go really well. I even got a 5 turn sleep, so it was as safe as it can get. This allows me to take down his Skarmory, and notice how little damage I do now compared to the previous battles. Losing to Skarmory is common, but if you thought that was bad, next is Claydol, the one Pokemon that resists all of my attacks, and immune to my Earthquake. Luckily, he likes to start with Sandstorm, so that makes it safe for me even if I don't get him flinched. Next is Metagross. I get a rough start, as I only land 2 arm thrusts, but I get the flinch, so next turn, he goes down. It might seem like an easy battle so far, but his Pokemon hit hard, and if my Hariyama dies, I lose the battle. I don't have anything that survives his team. The good news, however, is that as the fight goes on, it gets easier for me. For example, his Aggron is 4 times weak to fighting moves, so he shouldn't be out in the first place. You would think Armaldo would be out first. And final Pokemon. 1 Rock Tomb, a move that I would never have thought I would still keep until the champion, and with that, we take him down. Once again, I know what you guys are thinking. Why is Hariyama wearing a bikini bottom on his head? I hope this video was better than my psychic powers. Please make sure to follow the channel if you haven't done so already, and see you next time.